name is Angel and welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing you a book haul of books that I got in January. I did have a couple of recent bookstore trips where I bought a few books that I wanted to share with you. Did I receive any of these as gifts? No, I didn't actually. So these books I all bought for myself and I'm excited to show them to you. Alright, so I have 11 books in total. This I would consider a big book haul for me now. In the past, it wouldn't be considered a big book haul for me. I used to buy books in bulk so many times throughout the year. I had to stop doing that though because I have run out of space, and also I just understand that I don't read that quickly, and I hate to think that I'm buying books to contribute to my never-ending TBR problem and just that feeling that I'm not reading enough or going to get that. I don't want to feel that way in 2025, so this book haul is plenty enough for me, and I have my reasons for getting all these books. So starting with that, I will mention the first book that I got. This is Voyagers by Margaret Elphinstone. As you can see from the cover, this one is a historical fiction adventure novel. We are following a Quaker as he is on the search for his missing sister out on the Canadian frontier. This one sounds so good and emotional, having the adventure out on the Canadian frontier and seeing what the land looks like. I'm sure by the cover we're going to get a lot of good descriptions. The time it's set in is the 1800s, so I'm looking forward to this one. Next one I picked up is a book that I predict will be 5 stars and a new favorite for me. It is Stoner by John Williams. This is a book that I've owned in the past. I actually bought this one used a few years ago, but I did not know how broken the spine was when I bought it. Even though it was a good price, it was basically unreadable. The moment I went to open the book to actually read it, the pages started to fall out, and I'm not sure how to rebind paperbacks or anything like that. So I had to get rid of that one, unfortunately, and get this new copy. I think this book is, I just have a feeling about this one. A lot of reviewers that I watch on YouTube, for example, Books Are Sick, really love this book. I think I will too. It seems to be a quiet novel about a lot more than it explicitly states. This is described as a deeply moving novel, and I look forward to following William Stoner's life as he goes from a Missouri family to loving English literature to having a wife and his own family, dealing with society. I think this will be a good one. Then I picked up a fantasy duology. This is Moontide and Magic Rise, which I believe is the name of the omnibus here that has the 2 books in this duology by Sean Russell. It is World Without End and Sea Without a Shore. So it does look like a thick book, but really it's 2 books in one, which makes it a lot more manageable. This one appealed to me because it sounds kind of like the Enlightenment, an age of reason. We have a world where magic is said to no longer be there, and we follow our main character. His name is Tristram Flattery. He is described as the most promising young naturalist, and he is given this task of finding a flower that's said to have, or not a flower, but is it a flower or just a plant? Oh, to revitalize a failing species of plant which seems to have mysterious, almost magical medicinal properties. So now he's going on this journey. If he finds this plant that has magical properties, what does this mean for the society? So I'm looking forward to going on this adventure. I hope it takes place a little bit on the water since we have a ship on the cover. I love pirates. It doesn't really mention pirates, but kind of hoping for that. Then the next book I picked up, I've also already read. That is Rizzio by Denise Mina. This one is a novella following the coup against Mary Queen of Scots in 1566, where nobleman murdered her secretary, David Rizzio. This one is short, it is impactful, and I'll give a more in-depth review in my January wrap-up, but I really like this one. Next book I picked up is from Barnes & Noble, from where they are doing their blind date with a book this year, and I'll show you. This is the one I picked out with the 3 bullet points: historical romance, forbidden love, and for fans of Bridgerton. It is Verity and the Forbidden Suitor by J.J. McEvoy. This one is a Regency era romance. We're following Verity Eagleman, who feels alone because I believe this is the second book in a series when I looked it up on Goodreads. And so I believe in the first book, her brother is married off, and now she feels kind of alone. And so now we're getting her romance with a man that she shouldn't fall in love, hence the forbidden love. It's supposed to be very passionate and forbidden. Next one is a world that I'm hoping to get back into, one that I was obsessed with years ago. That is the Shadowhunter world with Chain of Gold, the first book in the Last Hours trilogy by Cassandra Clare. I have read the Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices. Love the Infernal Devices. As for the Dark Artifices, I read the first book, Lady Midnight, and I did not continue with that trilogy just because I started to feel like the story was getting a bit formulaic. I might go back and read it. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I can go ahead and read this one now that I've read the Infernal Devices. I actually would like to reread the Infernal Devices to spend some more time with some of my favorite characters of all time, Jim and Will and Tessa. But I believe that this set of stories follows the same family. So if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments down below, but my plan is to reread the Infernal Devices and then read Chain of Gold. So I probably should pick this up and let people know a little bit about the Shadowhunters world. So Shadowhunters are trained since childhood to battle demons, and Cassandra Clare has crafted this whole world where we see these different families, these different institutes of Shadowhunters, and our main character, for example, in the Mortal Instruments, she gets caught up in this world, get to see what runes they use, how they harness their powers to overcome the demons, everything like that. But some of my favorite aspects of Cassandra Clare's stories are the romances that she can write, the emotional attachment. Like, she makes you so invested in these characters. Your heart will break, your heart will be mended. I think that's really what she's best at, but of course the action is awesome, and I really love the Shadowhunters, and I'm excited to get back into this world. The next one is one I've wanted to read for a while, but I haven't actually purchased until now, and that is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I do like this cover, but I like the original more. I bought it though because I've been wanting to read this for a while, and it's floppy, so I'm happy with this edition all in all. This follows a scholar. She is studying fairies. Some drama when her academic rival, Wendell, shows up. I'm looking forward to reading this one. I think it will be romantic, whimsical, and fun. Then I picked up a little book, Orbital by Samantha Harvey. This one was shortlisted for the Booker Prize 2024. This one is, I believe, mainly a contemplative novel. So it's, as the cover shows, it's set in space, but it seems to think a lot about humanity and grand topics like that. It's described as a slender novel of epic power. So we're getting snapshots from these people in space about their lives and their thoughts as they are traveling. It says, at a speed of over 17,000 miles an hour as the Earth reels below. This is a short one, but I think it will be very impactful. So the next book I have actually already read and really enjoyed. It is Tell Them of Battles, Kings, and Elephants by Matthias Enard. This is translated by Charlotte Mandel from French. It is a short book at 141 pages, so you can definitely read this one in one sitting. Well, this one is like an imagined meeting. So this was if Michelangelo ever accepted an offer to go build a bridge in Constantinople. So it's in 1506. Michelangelo is already known for being a great sculptor. He receives this offer to go build this bridge. Angelo receives this offer and he's thinking about how he can really cement his name in the world and beat out Leonardo da Vinci, etc., etc. So he accepts this offer and he goes to Constantinople. So we get to see just such vivid descriptions of life there and Michelangelo's struggles that it doesn't really paint him as some perfect figure or anything like that. It's just very, very good. Short, but very good. Then I picked up a young adult book that I used to see everywhere on the internet. It is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. This is the first book in a series following, I believe, time travelers. So it says in modern day New York, magic is all but extinct. The remaining few who have an affinity for magic live in the shadows, hiding who they are. Our main character is Esta, a talented thief, and she steals magical artifacts. And she has an innate ability to manipulate time, so I'm hoping to see some fun time travel moments, some historical figures in here. Esta's job in this one is to travel back to 1902 to steal an ancient book containing the secrets of the Order and the brink before the magician can destroy it. Hope that this, because I love the Diviner series so much, I love the setting in New York, I love the history in that one. I'm hoping that this one has similar vibes. It mentions here we've got secret societies, ruthless gangs, air that crackles with magic. I hope that this is one of my new favorite YA series, but we'll have to see. Then finally, I got another young adult book that is still super popular to this day, An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. This one has a new cover. I used to own this one in hardback and the original cover. I did donate it because I didn't think I would get to it anytime soon back then, and I didn't. So here I am getting another copy. I really love this cover and I love the spines. I think when I have all four of the books together, they will look so beautiful on my shelves. But a little bit about this one, we have, is it Leia? Leia is a slave, Elias is a soldier, neither is free. So I believe that Leia has to go save her brother. He's been convicted, he's been arrested for treason. She is forced to make a decision. In exchange for help from rebels who promise to rescue her brother, she will risk her life to spy for them from within the Empire's greatest military academy. Ooh, okay. So we're getting a military academy, everything. You would think since I've owned this in the past, I would know exactly what it's about, but I just know that people love this series so much. I've heard nothing but great things, and I can't wait to get to this one. I'm gonna try to hold these up for you guys. All right, everyone, that is my big book haul. It seems a lot bigger now that I'm holding them up and feeling just how heavy they are. But I really appreciate you for watching this video. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and sticking around. I would love to have you on this channel. If you've read any of these, please comment down below. I'd love to talk to you in the comments. I hope you have a nice day. Thanks for watching.